We're going on a treasure hunt, a treasure hunt, a treasure hunt to see what we can find. Okay, but for real though, I'm coming outside to go out into the wooded area behind my house to see if I can find some different nature items, because I plan to do our fence this week on a mixed media, and I just love seeing mixed media art, so we're gonna try it out. Let's look and see what we can find around here. Okay, so this looks like that could be something. And what about, yeah, just some leaves. The leaves would be cool. We got our piece of wood here, and I'm just gonna water down the paint here. We're gonna use this like turquoise color to make the background. I already added in our acrylic primer. Soft petals unfurl like whispers in the autumn breeze, delicate yet resilient, just like the stories this flower carries. The pink chrysanthemum is more than just a beautiful bloom. It is a symbol of love, longevity, and the quiet strength that endures through the changing seasons. Originating in China over 2,500 years ago, chrysanthemums are cultivated not just for their beauty, but for their healing properties. Ancient Chinese scholars wrote of their ability to promote long life, and to this day, chrysanthemum tea is believed to ease stress and soothe the soul. The flower became so revered that it was one of the four gentlemen in Chinese art, a symbol of perseverance alongside the orchid, bamboo, and plum blossom. In Japan, chrysanthemums took on an even grander meaning. Adopted as the imperial flower, they became the emblem of the chrysanthemum throne, a mark of power and divine rule. But unlike the golden varieties that symbolized nobility, the pink chrysanthemum carried a softer, more heartfelt meaning, representing affection, romance, and gentle admiration. To give to someone a pink chrysanthemum in Japan was a way of saying, I cherish you. But not all chrysanthemum stories are wrapped in warmth. In some European countries, they became flowers of mourning, placed upon graves to honor loved ones. Yet, even in sorrow, they symbolize a love that never fades, a quiet promise that memory and devotion persist beyond time. Perhaps the most enchanting part of the chrysanthemum story is its resilience. Blooming when most flowers begin to fade, it reminds us that beauty exists even in all the crisp chill of autumn. It teaches us that endings are just another kind of beginning, and that the softest petals can still withstand cold. So next time you see the pink chrysanthemum, think of the stories it carries, the ancient bearers who revered it, the lovers who exchanged it, and the families who honored it, and the quiet strength it represents, because in its petals lies a lesson that love, whether romantic, familiar, or the simple appreciation of nature's beauty, is something that withstands the test of time. Few flowers are as vibrant and full of life as the marigold. With its fiery petals in shades of gold, orange, and red, it seems to capture the very essence of the sun. But beneath its warm glow lies a story woven through cultures, symbolizing everything from joy and prosperity to remembrance and the afterlife. Marigolds have deep roots in ancient history. In Mexico, they are known as the flower of the dead and are an essential part of the Day of the Dead celebrations. Their bright hues are believed to guide the spirits of loved ones back home. Their scent acting as a beacon between worlds. Altars, graves, and streets are adorned with marigolds, creating a path of light and love to honor those who have passed. But marigolds aren't just tied to remembrance. They are also symbols of life and abundance. In India, they are sacred flowers used in religious ceremonies and festivals, representing purity, good fortune, and devotion. Strings of marigolds drape over temples, homes, and even newlyweds, blessing them with prosperity and protection. So whether they're guiding souls, bringing luck, or simply brightening a garden, marigolds are more than just flowers. They are storytellers, messengers, and symbols of connection between life and beyond. What do marigolds remind you of? A special tradition, a memory, or a feeling? Let me know in the comments. As the days grow shorter and summer fades into autumn, aster flowers begin to bloom, small, delicate bursts of purple, blue, pink, and white that resemble tiny stars scattered across the twilight sky. It's no wonder that their name comes from the Greek word aster, meaning star. According to Greek mythology, the aster was born from stardust. The goddess Astraea, heartbroken over the lack of stars in the night sky, wept tears that fell to the earth and bloomed into asters. Because of this, asters have long been seen as a symbol of hope, wisdom, and divine guidance, flowers that remind us to look up, dream big, and trust in the universe. Throughout history, asters have also been associated with love and patience. In Victorian times, gifting someone an aster was a way of saying, "I trust you," or "May we have many years together." They were often included in love spells and used as offerings to deities, believed to hold mystical properties that could bring good fortune and protection. But asters are more than just symbols of romance and mythology. They have practical uses too. Ancient healers used to treat snake bites, headaches, and fevers. Even today, certain varieties of asters are known to attract pollinators, making them an essential part of any thriving garden. If you could make a wish on an aster, what would it be? Share your thoughts in the comments. Standing tall in the fields and along roadsides, goldenrods burst into bloom just as summer begins to wane, painting the landscape with waves of brilliant gold. Its golden glow is often mistaken for a sign of autumn's arrival, but beyond its striking beauty, goldenrod carries a story rich with symbolism, folklore, and even a little bit of luck. For centuries, goldenrod has been seen as a symbol of prosperity and good fortune. In many cultures, stumbling upon a patch of goldenrod was thought to be a sign that wealth or unexpected happiness was just around the corner. Some even believed that goldenrod could guide them to hidden treasure, growing where riches lay buried beneath the earth. But not everyone has welcomed goldenrod with open arms, because it blooms around the same time as ragweed. It has been wrongly blamed for seasonal allergies. In reality, goldenrod's pollen is too heavy to be carried by the wind. It's insects like butterflies and bees that help it spread. And speaking of bees, goldenrod is a vital late-season nectar source for pollinators, making it one of nature's unsung heroes. Beyond its role in nature, goldenrod has been used for centuries in herbal medicine. Native American tribes brewed it into teas for sore throats, wounds, and even kidney health. During the American Revolution, when imported tea was scarce, goldenrod tea, known as Liberty tea, became a popular alternative. But perhaps the most unexpected twist in the goldenrod's story comes from Thomas Edison, who experimented with its natural source of rubber. With a little scientific ingenuity, he was able to produce goldenrod-based rubber, and Henry Ford even gifted him a Model T with tires made from it. Goldenrod teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes what seems like a common weed is actually something extraordinary. It thrives in tough conditions, stands tall against the wind, and continues to shine bright even as the days grow shorter. So the next time you pass a field of goldenrod, don't overlook it. It might just be a sign that good fortune, resilience, and unexpected treasures are closer than you think. Have you ever believed in a lucky sign? What's something in nature that makes you feel hopeful? Let me know in the comments. With layers of delicate petals unfolding like intricate lace, the dahlia is a flower that commands attention. Its striking blooms come in nearly every color imaginable: deep reds, royal purples, golden yellows, and even mesmerizing bicolor blends. But beyond its undeniable beauty, the dahlia carries a story of resilience, individuality, and transformation. Native to the highlands of Mexico and Central America, dahlias were once a prized treasure of the Aztecs, who cultivated them not just for their beauty, but for their practical uses. Their hollow stems were used as water pipes, and their tubers were an important food source, similar to potatoes. Even after Spanish explorers brought dahlias to Europe in the 18th century, some botanists believed that they could replace vegetables like carrots and turnips as a staple crop. Luckily for us, they ended up as garden showstoppers instead. Beyond their practical past, dahlias have long been a symbol symbol of inner strength, elegance, and standing out from the crowd. Unlike the flowers that wilt in the heat, dahlias thrive in the late summer and fall, blooming even as other flowers fade. This resilience has made them a symbol of grace under pressure, reminding us that true beauty is often found in perseverance. Dahlias also represent creativity and individuality. Thanks to their wide variety of shapes and colors, no two dahlias look exactly alike, and their petals can be as wild as spiky starburst or as soft as perfectly rounded pom-pom. Because of this, they've become a favorite among artists, gardeners, and those who embrace the idea of standing boldly in their uniqueness. In Victorian times, dahlias were often given as a gift to signify commitment and lasting bonds, making them a popular choice for weddings. Even today, they are the official flower of the 14th wedding anniversary, symbolizing a love that continues to grow and evolve over time. Perhaps the greatest lesson the dahlia is this: no matter where life plants you, you can bloom into something remarkable. Whether in a wild mountain landscape or a perfectly curated garden, the dahlia reminds us to stand tall, embrace change, and let our own unique beauty shine. If you could describe yourself as a flower, what would it be? A dahlia or something else? Let me know in the comments. With delicate, paper-thin petals that sway in the wind, the poppy is a flower that seems almost otherworldly, vibrant, fleeting, yet deeply symbolic. Found in fields and gardens around the world, poppies have woven their way through history, myth, and medicine, carrying meanings that range from peace and remembrance to sleep and transformation. In Greek mythology, poppies were said to be flowers of Hypnos, the god of sleep, and his twin sons Thanatos and Morpheus. Their hypnotic beauty became linked to rest and the dream world, which is why poppies have long been associated with both sleep and passage between worlds. Even the Wizard of Oz played on this legend, where a field of magical poppies put Dorothy and her friends into a deep sleep. Perhaps the most well-known symbolism of the poppy, however, comes from the war and remembrance. After the devastation of World War I, red poppies were the first flowers to bloom across the scarred battlefields of Europe. Inspired by this, Canadian poet John McCrae wrote the famous poem In Flanders Fields, forever linking the poppy with fallen soldiers. Today, red poppies are worn every November 11th to honor those who have served and sacrificed. Despite their delicate appearance, poppies were remarkably hardy and self-seeding. They thrive in disturbed soil, often growing where other plants cannot. This resilience makes them a powerful reminder that beauty can emerge even from hardship, and that even the most fragile things can hold deep strength. So the next time you see a poppy swaying in the breeze, take a moment to appreciate its history, its message of remembrance, resilience, and the quiet power of transformation. If a flower could represent your personal journey, would it be the poppy or another bloom? Let me know in the comments. With its delicate petals stretching like tiny starbursts and dancing in the wind, the cosmos flower is more than just a beautiful bloom. Its very name holds a connection to the vastness of the universe. But beyond its celestial title, cosmos flowers have long been seen as symbols of harmony, balance, and carefree spirit. Native to Mexico and Central America, cosmos flowers were cherished by the Aztecs, who cultivated them for their beauty and resilience. Spanish explorers later introduced them to Europe, where they perfectly symmetrical petals earned them the name cosmos, derived from the Greek word cosmos, meaning order, harmony, or the universe. Despite the delicate appearance, cosmos flowers are tough survivors. They thrive in poor soil, require little care, and bloom abundantly, often filling entire meadows with their bright shades of pink, white, orange, and purple. Their effortless beauty is a reminder that joy and balance can exist even in life's simplest moments. Throughout history, cosmos flowers have taken on many symbolic meanings. In Victorian times, they were seen as a symbol of modesty and purity, often given as a gentle declaration of admiration. In Japanese culture, cosmos flowers represent love, sincerity, and innocence, making them a popular choice for gifts between close friends or loved ones.
But perhaps the most magical thing about the Cosmos flower is its reminder that true beauty lies in simplicity. It doesn't demand attention like a rose or bloom in extravagant clusters like the hydrangea. It simply grows, thrives, and spreads joy wherever it lands. So the next time you see a Cosmos flower, take a deep breath, appreciate its quiet lesson. Sometimes the most extraordinary things are also the simplest. If you could describe your life's Cosmos moment, a time when simplicity brought you joy, what would it be? Let me know in the comments.
This is the last part of this series, and I decided to do a mixed media. This is probably the hardest one out of these. It was very tedious, and it probably would have looked better if I had actually cut out every little petal that would go on the flower. But I did not have patience for that, so that's not what I did. But I also did very abstract flowers because it was mixed media. It was kind of meant to be abstract. So I feel like that was a little bit difficult for me to actually create the flower that I was trying to create and use a different color print or pattern that was supposed to sort of still represent that flower. And a lot of my flowers ended up looking very similar to one another, even though they're different flowers, and hopefully bring you a little inspiration. And maybe you could try this out for yourself and see if you like it.